Hey Clashers, there's an optional update right now in the game which is going to make sure that you can actually play the new tutorial without any bugs, hopefully. And why should you play it? Well, in this video I will exactly show you why you should play the tutorial, because it is going to give you a crazy reward which is not mentioned anywhere and not that many people know. So as you can see, as soon as we're getting into the tutorial, we can see at the top left side 2,610 capital gold as reward, which is crazy considering that this amount of capital gold is getting generated over quite some time otherwise in the forge. So this is for everyone. You can just finish the tutorial and you are going to get this reward, but you can actually get this done way quicker, and I will show you exactly in this video how that is done. But before we're doing that, one quick remember, as always guys, if you buy any of the offers, if you buy a gold pass or whatsoever in the shop, make sure to use a creator code. And if you like guides like these, if you like those heads up videos and everything, make sure to use code ITS. I really appreciate the support. And now let's get started. We want to first just play this tutorial as it is intended, and then I will show you a way quicker version, but I think we should play this at least once as it is intended, because I feel like overall it is a pretty good learning thing, because I feel like there's a couple of techniques which most likely not everyone has already played, maybe for example because not everyone has unlocked capital P level 2, which means you cannot maybe attack, like maybe you can't even attack yet in the clan capital. So starting things off just with like the barbarians as the guide is telling us, and just following the steps one by one. And with that, you're going to get better into the thinking, into the game experience, how all of this works, with increasing the deployment area especially. Because I feel like not everyone knows how this works with like taking down buildings, with jumping over walls, with destroying walls and many more things. You can actually have a lot of impact on where you can place your next troops. So for example, with this jump, you can see you're unlocking a huge area where you can place your next troops, which is really key, because this is one of the main objectives you're going for in fighting in the clan capital. You're fighting for being able to have a better placement, have a like easier and bigger deployment area to make sure that your troops are going directly where they are intended. So for us, we want to now tank for our archers, because as I already told you, archers are insanely strong. Archers are super strong. So you should make sure that you're going to get them leveled kind of quickly. Obviously rushing is kind of hard in the clan capital. Still, you should try to upgrade as quickly as possible, and you should definitely check out my upgrade guide for that. But what is the next step? The next step as well is obviously that this is helping you to make sure that you're upgrading your clan capital, because with upgrading the clan capital, you're going to be able to then participate this weekend in the first raid weekend. And now I know Darian and Seth said actually that the first raid weekend is going to be pushed back a little bit, but I mean at the end of the day, it is just cool that the first raid weekend is right away, because this means it is just for loot, right? Like everyone can try to loot as quickly as possible, and with this tutorial you're going to be able to unlock the clan capital peak really quickly to make sure that you can join already in the first raid weekend. And this is just free loot for you guys to make sure that you can upgrade, right? So that's the most important thing overall. But now as well, this thing, why should you not try to copy this tutorial? Overall, it is showing the basics, okay? This is not showing an optimal attack. Why exactly is that the case, or like how can you actually notice that? Well, if you do not like finish this base perfectly, you are going to fail. And I have seen many people failing this tutorial, because this last part is not easy. I will show you now a way on how we can finish it, but it's like sometimes it works, sometimes it does not work. It's kind of meh, like you don't really know. But what you should do is start with the archers on the right side, then let them work to the left, try to tank for them with those raged up barbarians, and make sure that you keep deploying those barbarians and save one barbarian and save one ram. That's like the thing, okay? Those two are, you need to save those for the back end. And now, as we progress all the way, you now use the ram for tanking, like to tank for your barbarians, and then use the other barbarian to make sure that you're tanking the multi-mortar with that. That's kind of the idea overall. That's what you're going for. And with that, you can see it is a 3-star for us, and that means we are going to get all of the loot. Because if you don't get all of the buildings down, Well, guys, this means that you're not going to get all of the loot. And I mean, this loot is so valuable that you really want to go for that. And now, if you have maybe multiple accounts, and if you want to try this on multiple accounts, you might want to make sure that you're doing it a little bit quicker, a little bit more consistent, without having a little bit more luck involved. So I will show you exactly what is the more efficient way on how to 3-star this challenge and how to get all of the loot done. First of all, to make sure that you're doing that, you have to exit the tutorial to make sure that you can deploy whatever you want, whenever you want, okay? The first cannon already is kind of low because, I mean, I guess it's just for tutorial purposes, I don't know. Place an archer, like the archer squad, and then you can just use 2 more barbarians to tank for your archers. That's kind of the start you're looking for. That's like what you should go for. The jump again, I mean, the jump is not too bad. You can place the jump, you don't really need the jump anywhere else. So that jump is totally fine, just increase the deployment area. And actually the middle part, you can just pretty much copy that. But from this point on, you're going to try to keep more troops alive. That's like the important thing at this point, right? You want to keep everything alive. And the next important thing is the frost spell. You can place it early on because it's going to last over the entire attack, but do not place it on the water. Yes, it's cool, and yes, for the tutorial showcase purposes, it's nice if you place it on the water, and it's like you can see how the deployment area is increasing. But sometimes it is just nice to not do it, because I mean the main purpose of this spell is actually to slow down the attack speed of defenses, right? Like this is the main purpose of this, and this is exactly what we try to accomplish with this one. So now our giants are going all the way to the other side. There is going to be a couple of traps, so make sure you do not deploy all of your ranged up barbarians at once. You want to like sprinkle them in, support the giants a little bit, and with that, just making sure that this defense island is getting taken down. At this point, all you have to do is just sprinkle in some ranged barbarians, some super barbarians, and make sure they're going to be able to take down the entire rest. That is pretty much it. You can see it is way easier. It is not as, I don't know, the finish is not as crazy as the other one, and you can just like keep putting them in there. You can, again, save one and save the better ram as well, because it's kind of nice for the last defense, but you can see what an overkill this is. We have a super giant alive, we have a ton of super wizards alive, and obviously all of our barbarians. Use the ramp for tanking, and that's it, guys. Welcome and enjoy your free loot, because that's how it works. Thank goodness Supercell re-added this to the game. Remember, you need to upload or like download the optional update for that to make sure there's no bugs whatsoever in the game for you. And well, guys, I really hope this guide helped you a little bit. I hope that if you have not seen this so far with the tutorial, that it's going to give you a lot of loot. You can now get your clan capital, your capital peak actually, to level 2 to make sure that you can join this weekend in the raid weekend. And obviously tomorrow, I will show you guys a couple of layouts, because you need layouts, right? Like, if you defend good in the raid weekend, you're going to get bonus rewards, bonus raid medals, to make sure that you can get more magic items, get more potions, and so on. So that's kind of how things work. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next video. Until then, see ya, and bye-bye.